Good morning, everybody. So we saw some decent pumping, didn't we, yesterday? And to be honest, I expect it to continue. I know I have been saying reversal, capitulation, and all those other sort of words which are highly unpopular. I started to really believe my own BS. Really, when I was getting lots of DMs about, "Oh, I'm out. I've sold. My friends have sold. This is a terrible bull market. It's all over. I can't believe it. Blah blah blah." I was like, okay, right, okay, so they're going. People are going. Even people I know are going, or people who I suppose pay for my subscription service on Patreon are going. Not quite sure that is the way to do it. Now I understand, because remember, I always talk about how candles are a reflection of price, but they're more of a monitor of emotion, right? So try and always think about price action in that way, right? Especially for crypto, because crypto is emotional central, right? So we've got all these different altcoins or whatever. Some have got some kind of value and substance behind it, but most of them don't. And so what you're looking at really is, when it goes green, you're looking at people buying it, all at the same time. If it goes really, really green, you got lots of people buying it all at the same time. And if it goes super parabolic, it's basically everybody just afraid to miss out. The FOMO kicks in and it just goes super green. Then when it goes red, it's kind of the same. And so, gauging emotion in the market, almost in a way a bit like playing poker. I don't know if you play poker, is really valuable, right? And one thing that I noticed over this week, or definitely over the last couple of weeks, but certainly on the last live stream that I did, and that, around that period of that last sort of capitulation, and look, Bitcoin can keep going down. It can, and it wouldn't be a big problem either. If anyone recalls this in the last cycle, oh, this is great. The bull market's amazing. Bitcoin's great. Altcoins weren't at this time, were they? Altcoins were absolutely not. Altcoins were to be fair, the majority of altcoins were doing the opposite of that. And then Bitcoin came down, bam, 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 30 or 35% or so, right, in 2021. Yeah, about 30%, down to your green 50 exponential moving average. But while that was going on, altcoins were running high, doubling, tripling, quadrupling, 10xing, 100xing on some occasions. So Bitcoin can consolidate easily, while altcoins can move up. Easily. It's happened before. And it could easily happen again. I'm not saying that that's what's happening, but if we do live down here for a little longer and altcoins do not, don't be surprised. So let's have a think about what's going on for the altcoins themselves, then, shall we? Because they are dead cat bouncing for sure. But let's have a think about, do they have legs, continuation? So we'll start with Ethereum. Ethereum had the breakout from the symmetrical triangle here, from the previous all-time high of the last bull market. Came down to the 20 and the 21 exponential moving average on the monthly. It bounced from there so far. Again, it's a monthly. It's the 8th of November. That's all it is. It's got plenty of room and plenty of time to move in either direction. It can do anything it wants, really. Moving over to Litecoin. Litecoin is also above the 20 and the 21 exponential moving average on the monthly. And also XRP above the 20 and the 21 exponential moving average on the monthly. So all of these charts that we're looking at here, just these ones here, they're all bullish on the high-term time frames. On the super high-term time frames, they've got the Bollinger Band strategy in their favour, and Ethereum, being the leader of the pack, actually revisited it, responded to it perfectly. I mean, let's just admire it just one last time before we move on. I mean, perfect. Little kiss on the cheek there, and responding appropriately. So, like, tomorrow, it's my birthday actually tomorrow, but I will still do the stream, obviously. I'm not going to be partying and going crazy or anything like that, but it might be a little later than usual, only because I'm going out for a meal, but I will be back to do the stream, and I expect I'll be doing the stream at normal time, about 8 o'clock. Obviously, I imagine lots of people will be tuning in for that stream anyway, to have a look at this altcoin, that altcoin, and all the altcoins. Because this is the nature of it, and a fair play. Nobody wants to tune in and look when the markets are red, because that's the present. That's what's happening at the moment. Red, 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 red. It's maybe people don't have any money left to invest or whatever, or I don't know. But when it starts to go green, everybody comes in and wants to know this, that, and the other, and that's fair enough, because I suppose when the market's green, there is an opportunity to make money straight away. So I don't think we've finished with this pump, no, but it was a decent one yesterday across the board for the altcoins. So with that, we should all expect a bit of consolidation. Now, because majority of the altcoins went up significantly in a day, I'm just bringing this one out because this is where I took a position. I spoke about the position I took on Algo on either yesterday's video or the video before. So what we're looking at generally is just a dead cat bounce until further notice. Most altcoins will have a similar setup to this. Algorand has been particularly weak for a while, but came down to this major support where I've taken my position. We've moved up into the death cross. That's 27% bounce from the low to the high in 2.5 days, right? So we'll be looking for a pullback on this and for many of the altcoins. However, what we should also be looking for is a higher low. In this case, 16.5 cents, continue to higher high. I'm looking for this general trend across the board for most altcoins. They've moved into death crosses on the 4 hourly. They move up to the top of a range, but generally speaking, we should be expecting continuation for this. So alt season, if that's what you want to call it. I bet everybody's calling for alt season now, but there's no point in saying it when you've just seen a big pump of 27% across the board for most altcoins, in a couple of days. The time to have said it was a few days ago, prior to the move, as I did. Right, anyway, I'm going to leave it with you there. There's nothing much more to say. I think you get more value from the Patreon at this point now. If you're looking for individual altcoins or whatever, come and tune in. There's links in the description below for that. Other than that, though, I hope you have a nice day. Take it easy.